Games Podcast, episode 393. Early morning. We're doing this at like earlier than usual.
Yeah, it's kind of raining outside and it's early. I feel like I need another cup of coffee again.
I had a Red Bull. It's good. I'm gonna have an SVT attack later today.
I guess stop doing
What,
that.
having Red Bulls and having SVTs? No.
Yes. Like, it causes the problem. You think you would
No.
stop. No, you don't understand. I am addicted to
Yes.
Red Bull. I mean, it's worse things to get addicted to.
Coke?
I guess.
I'm addicted to Coke too.
Like the. Oh, for a second I'm like, oh no, not Coke. The stuff you put in your nose.
I'm like Hunter Biden. I snorted Parmesan cheese. I'm joking. I'm not actually
That
addicted to Coke.
I was gonna say, if you snort a Parmesan cheese, that's a definite other problem.
He did that. Yeah.
Seriously? That's insane. Did it for a joke, or everybody
He
thought
thought
that
it was cocaine.
Fuck. That's funny. That's just too funny. Hold on, I need to take my head of Parmesan.
Hold on. I'm so stupid. I need to smoke Parmesan cheese.
Hold on, I just got to take a good hit of this Parmesan. Just. God damn it. I just think it's just too funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. God, there's a sale on Capcom shit now?
Don't give Capcom your money.
But Street Fighter...
I mean, I kind of want to give them my money, but like, I also am like, eh.
As a company, I think they're not as bad.
They're better than some, but they recently decided it was a good
Yeah.
idea to advertise one of their games via drag shows.
What game?
Primal? So in the East, you got VTubers doing it. In the West, you got drag queens doing it. And it's like, I'm sorry, what's your target audience? Oh, straight dudes. And maybe some gay dudes too. How many straight dudes do you know that like drag queens?
I mean, if you were just to, make a good game, people will flock to it.
You don't need drag queens to sell a good video game.
Like, I find this, I mean, there is a such thing as like shock advertising and like doing weird, crazy things with the advertising in order to get, views on it. But at the same time, it's just confusing. Like, I'm not sure why you decided to do that, or what the track of logic is.
I think it's Primal. No, it's not. Prime Axial?
Oh, Exio Primal.
Yeah. Axial Primal? Is it called?
It's in fact, I'm looking at it and I'm like, this is just fighting dinosaurs coming out of black holes. And I'm so mad that this is not just another continuation of Dino Crisis.
You're right.
Like, this is such a slam dunk if you were just call this Exoprimal fucking Dino Crisis. Like, this is literally...
Just Dino Crisis.
Dino Crisis. Yeah, this is literally a crisis because there's fucking dinos everywhere.
So the best part is the only reason I know this game exists is because of the drag queens, and I watch a lot of political YouTubers. And so the political YouTubers are like, I can't believe they did this. This is horrible. How fucking dare they do this?
Well, I know of this game before because I saw it from one of the press releases before. And yeah, like I saw the press release of it and I'm like, well, this is a cool game. But then everyone immediately went after, like, said afterwards, how in the fuck is this just not called
Crisis?
Dino Crisis? Yeah. Yeah, literally. It's like you could have just literally just slapped the label on top of it, and people will be like, well, this is totally different from Dino Crisis. But whatever, it's Dino Crisis, I guess.
Power armor. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's still. Is there
Or hell,
dinos
you can
coming
sla-
from a? So it's Anthem X Dino Crisis.
Yep.
Just sign me the fuck up.
It's- Or it's a wave-based shooter with dinos.
I mean, the part that angers me more about this game is like they didn't even need to do a fucking live stream of like the game. I would have still probably been like, huh? Like it would have just appeared in my queue one day, and I would have been like, oh yeah, that game. Bye. Because we all know
Yeah.
I have like self control of like a fucking noob.
Oh, I have some self-control, surprisingly. And the one thing that's just I find hilarious with with this whole thing of using drag queens, whatever, it's just whatever. I guess you're trying to get your much eyes on it as possible. I
you
suppose.
know who they're targeting. You know what that is, right?
Outrage clicks?
No, maybe
Uh-huh.
it's
Because it feels like outrage clicks.
It's some dumb bitch. It's the same thing that like. Have you heard about the Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light bullshit?
I've never heard of this.
You haven't heard about the Bud Light bullshit?
Oh, you said it weird because I was like, what is this?
So Bud Light.
But they had the pride flag thing going on,
No.
right?
The pride
Oh.
flag is the pride flag. That one's weird because that one like that one is like they did and then it just made the problem worse.
Well, I mean, the whole situation with that was the person who was in charge of the marketing and like also design of the product just went ahead with it because of the way the structure worked is that she had no one else to have a higher up or even double check her work. So she just went ahead with it thinking it'd be fine. So
So the Dylan Mulvaney stuff, to explain to the listeners, is basically Bud Light decided to put somebody who has been playing. I don't know if they're trans or not. I don't really care. But I'm gonna try to avoid their pronouns, if possible, and I'm just gonna use their name. Dylan Mulvaney basically is somebody who makes fun of women for clicks on TikTok. So take that as you will. And what ended up happening is that they've been doing this thing for a year where they've been using 365 days of girlhood. So they've been doing really dumb shit for 365 days. So to celebrate this, Bud Light started promotion for March Madness. And they slapped Dylan Mulvaney's face on a can. So this, of course, immediately pissed off all of the March Madness fans. And now we're 3 months in, and Bud Light's no longer the top one beer. This has had like fallout across the board. And so it ties into Exoprimal because the person who made this decision was a white middle-aged woman. And I guarantee you the situation at Exoprimal with the drag queen live stream was the same bullshit where it was a white middle-aged woman going, I know what will sell video games. Drag queens. And it's like, no, shut the fuck up. Stop.
I mean, maybe, but at the same time, it's probably just another situation of like, again, no one's there to be like, double check on what it's going to be actively, have more eyes on it than just one person doing it.
Yeah.
Because you don't want an advertising to go super south.
Yeah.
That'd be a bad idea.
Yeah. But yeah, my name is Jeff. Joining me this week is Josh. Yeah,
Damn right.
We've been talking about Exoprimal for the past hour. Or Dino Crisis
like
Exoprimal.
300 for the 300 hours we're talking about Exoprimal.
But Josh, what have you played this week?
Double checking stuff, and apparently, not a lot. Not a lot.
I have nothing in my list except for. Let me look. Bolt Gun Tabletop Simulator, and I actually purchased System Shock this week.
Ah. As for tabletop gaming as it goes, I've been playing the new Wizard or Magic the Gathering Universes Beyond Lord of the Rings that just came
The
out.
new
Like
expansion with Aragon.
Aragon, the One Ring, the one of one special ring you could possibly get.
I don't like this expansion, but I think they'll do a reissue eventually, but I don't care that much in order to fight it, so.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the pre-release and I bought a box of the stuff, so I was like, all right, see what I get. And I mean, it is a neat set. I definitely can agree to that. It has definitely all the loving care for, Tolkien fans, whatever like about it.
It just.
I mean, other than like having like other character mishmash gender, like not mishmash gender, as a mishmash races of wherever. I think at the end of the day, no one gives a shit.
I think
Like-
there's some people who give a shit.
Yeah, but like at the same, because like for me, I guess I'm just not in love with the whole Lord of the Rings lore
Yeah.
and shit.
Like they're
Because I just look at it and go, whatever.
like there are certain franchises I think that you can do that with, where like
Yeah.
you can just change the race of a character and nobody will give a shit. Like
Yeah.
Shepard, Mass Effect, I think you can do that pretty easily, because that's the whole entire
Oh, yeah.
point. System
yeah.
Shock, I think you could, if they were like, "Hey, pick your skin color," I think that would make it a better game. Halo, you're literally a stand-in for Master Chief. Harry Potter, I don't think anyone would have an issue if they decide to make everyone black or Asian. I think that would actually make the game better.
I mean, there is there actually. Actually, I'm trying to remember in the movies if there is actually black characters in it.
I don't.
I think there is, but it might be just background
Yeah.
characters.
You could make a black Batman very easily.
Yeah, totally.
Black Superman, very easily done. There's certain.
I mean, there already is one black Superman, wasn't
No.
there? I thought there was with the sledgehammer and shit.
Oh, but he's not.
Yeah,
he's
that
not
guy.
technically Superman.
Oh, what the fuck was he then?
His name is Steel.
Oh,
And he's
but like Superman.
So in the Death of Superman comics, he
Okay.
took on. There was 4 Supermans. There was Cyborg Superman, who was basically Superman but a cyborg, and basically
Yeah.
looked exactly like Superman, except half his face was fucking made. You know the Terminator? He looked like Terminator Superman.
Yeah, and there was
There
Kid
was
Superman.
Boy Superman, Superboy, who was a clone of Superboy.
Superboy.
Who was a clone of Superman.
Then there was two other
was
ones.
The Eradicator.
What did he look like?
He looked like Superman, except he had a visor on his face. And then there was Steel, and Steel was a guy who basically made Tony Stark Iron Man armor. And it's like, you're like, oh well, like that's kind of.
Oh, I found. Oh my god, Eradicator is just silver and sunglasses, and that's it.
Yes.
That's so funny.
But Steel is John Henry Irons, and he looks fucking badass, and he's the best.
Yes, if I remember what he's looking like, I'm pretty sure he's. Was it Steel Superman?
Yeah, just type in Steel Superman.
That's not the Steel Superman I'm looking for. God. Oh, is he like just completely metal and it has a sledgehammer? Okay, yeah, that's him. Because I'm like, I don't know, I think I'm conflicting it with another superhero of probably also had a sledgehammer, but I'm like, no, this is the right
and then
one.
there's the best Green Lantern that isn't. I think it's Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan is the original.
Somewhere's around.
I'm on a thing.
Do you need to go?
I had to do the I'm on a thing.
Yeah. I forget his name, but I always called him Green Lantern. But he's apparently not the original Green Lantern, but in but he's awesome. I love him too.
Yeah,
But
cool. Anyway, back. I should probably somehow get back on rails, even though we're jumping from
Yeah.
rails to playing Magic the Gathering tabletop of with the Lord of the Rings
Jon
set.
Stewart. Jon Stewart's cool.
No. Jon Stewart. But yeah, like I play the pre-release of Lord of the Rings, and yeah, there's interesting cards to do interesting things. I managed to pull open a foil Saruman.
Saruman?
Yeah,
Is it the
Saruman.
White Wizard or the Eye?
It's the way they depict him in the card is that it's just a dude with a glowing face. So it kind of looks like the Eye, but not really. And also he's 3-color, and also he's completely bullshit.
Hold on.
The way
Card search Saruman.
What's the name of the card?
he's so Sir. Oh, sorry, I spelled that wrong. Sir.
Summoning of Saruman?
No, that's not
Storm
how you
of
spell it.
Saruman?
That's not it either. God fucking. Oh,
Saruman of Many Colors? That's
Yes.
the name of him?
I think so. I have to look
right.
it up.
Because there's Sauron.
Color, and then descending. He's a multicolor card.
Yes.
There. Oh, sorry, the Dark Lord.
Dark Lord Sauron. Ah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's Sauron.
that's
Yeah.
Sauron.
That actually looks
so,
really
yeah,
good.
It's actually a pretty cool card. And like also like his abilities or what he does, it's just all also equally
Whenever
bullshit.
your opponent casts a spell, a mass orc
That's-
1. Whenever an army you control deals 1 combat damage to a player with the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 4 cards.
Yeah, it's once you get towards the end of the game and you play this and the opponent just goes, should I scoop? Like, it can get pretty absurd super fast. Especially with it whenever the opponent casts a spell at Mass Orcs 1. Like, every time he does anything, I'm always gonna have a card, but basically the Mass Orcs thing is you get a card, it's called Orcs, and every time you do the Amass Orcs, you keep putting 1/1 counters on it, and for how many that Amass Orcs
Whenever,
was. So basically,
whenever
so he
an army controls
opponent casts.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and whenever whenever opponent casts a spell, it just keeps going up by 1, so it's quite bullshit. And also, yeah, the ring tempts you is also another mechanic that's brand new to Lord of the Rings, which is a bit complicated, but once you know it, it's not that bad. It's just a lot of fluff to do some things on a card.
Is it called the One Ring?
I think it's no. Well, I think it's just called tempts you or ring tempts you or something. I have to go look at it. It's in my junk. I have to go look
The
around for
One
it.
Ring. The ring tempts you. Then each player mills cards equal to your ring bearer's power. I want to build a deck around this.
Yeah. So okay, I got the card in front of me. It's actually called The Ring. And it's just there as you keep getting tempted, you go down the list of you get these abilities of what the ring does.
Okay.
So, and you know what's even bullshit is that none of these abilities are negative in any way.
So it's not called like the One Ring to rule them all.
I mean, this is what it's supposed to be, but the Wizards of the Coast decided, like, hey, we're gonna just make these abilities positive, because if there was negative effects to go with it, no one would ever want to touch this fucking mechanic ever. So it's like people thought, oh, there would be some really good effects, but with some negatives to go with it, because that's what the ring does. And it turns out, no, they just took out the negative effects, so there's just nothing but like good shit to go with the ring. It's got
The ring tempts you. Okay.
So the ring bearer is legendary and can't be blocked by creatures with greater power. Whenever the ring bearer attacks, draw a card and then discard a card, which is also good. Whenever your ring bearer becomes blocked by a creature, that creature controller sacrifices it at the end of combat. So this is practically death touch. Whenever your ring bearer deals combat damage to a player, each opponent loses 3 life. And like, there's nothing like, again, in the movie, the way to pick the ring is that like it slowly takes them over and start doing more negative things, to the point it even killing your own best friends over it. So it's like, so this ring, it just does nothing but positivity for you. You're like, what's bad about this ring? It's so cool.
This is the ring if it goes to Sauron, because Sauron basically is like, I don't know, immune to its effects.
I guess, or I mean, he made it, didn't he? Or
well, no, what he did was he made, I think it was 9 rings to the humans because they're the most easily corruptible, 6 rings to the dwarves, and 5 to the elves. And so he made them, and then he made the one ring to rule them all. And it's never really explained what the rings do in the movies,
except for when
Frodo wears it, but it makes him invisible.
Yeah. I mean, I thought I read somewhere that depending on the race, it does random things.
Depending on the race, it
because like with Frodo in the Halfling, it will turn you invisible. If Elfling were to shove it on this finger, it will do something else. I thought.
The rings. I'm just trying to search up explained. I don't know but the rings, the ring expending thing, ending of the ring. I don't need the ending. I want to know about explained. What do they do?
Give me the mechanics of the ring.
Purpose. The One Ring was forged by Dark Lord Sauron during the Second Age to gain dominance over the free Middle Earth. Basically, it's mind control trade. In disguise as Antir of the Lord of Gifts, he aided the Elsmiths myth of Angron and their leader Celeborn in making the Rings of Power. He forged one ring in the fires of Mount Doom. Sauron intended to be the most powerful of all rings, able to rule and control those who wore the others. So it was basically a control device. Since the other rings were powerful on their own, Sauron obliged to place much of his own power into the one to achieve his purpose. Certain rings are simultaneously strengthened and weakened by Sauron. With the One Ring, he could control the power of all other rings, and thus he was able to significantly more powerful after the creation before. By binding his own power within the ring, Sauron became dependent on it. If that makes sense. So,
that's how he fucked up.
Was control over the ring's primary power was control over the other rings and the will and domination over the wills of their users. The ring also confined power to dominate the wills of other beings, whether they were wearing the ring or not, but it's only proportion to the user's native capacity. In some ways, it amplified any inherent power of their owner's presence of its owners possessed. Mortal wearing the ring became effectively invisible except to those perceived by the non-physical world, with only a thin, shaky, shadowy discrimble in the brightest sunlight. All others who wore the ring on the edge of Mordor, he did not feel invisible at all, but horribly and genetically visible, and he knew that somewhere in the eye he was searching for him. Sam was able to understand the black speech of the orcs in Mordor during his brief possession of the One Ring. The ring extends the life. It also extends the life of the mortals who possessed it, preventing natural aging. That's the reason why Sauron's basically immortal. Yeah.
All right, we'll just get on the bird and we'll just fly this fucking ring all the way to the Mount
That's
Mordor.
something that they retconned in The Hobbit. Like, that's really the bullshit part.
Oh fuck! It's just so okay. Let's get on the birds and we'll just fucking chuck it in.
Because
Come on.
Gandalf basically goes, "Fly, you fools!" and he kind of knows the ring's out there, and he doesn't think that Frodo has the ring. And then Gandalf comes back, and it's like, "Oh fuck!"
We could have got rid of it then. Oh well.
After.
Not like he can call back the birds and do it again, but whatever.
Yeah. I think the one thing I like is I like the idea of the Lord of the Rings. So.
But yeah, the whole set is fun. You can lots of flexibility with the cards and stuff. Also, weird thing about it, it's modern legal.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Not standard legal, which is odd because that's usually when a new set comes out. That's the first place that's legal. That's standard. And second, of course, Commander uses everything. I can see this set also have a lot of staples in it. Again, that would just be like, oh, you need this for your deck. You need fucking Dark Lord Sauron to fucking be in your fucking Graxix deck or whatever, because he's so good. Like, I could see a whole lot of staples coming out from this because there's a fucking bat that's a 4-drop. It's a common, and for every time you make a token and it dies, opponent takes 1 point of damage, or takes 1 hit, loses 1 life. So it's in Magic the Gathering terms, that's absurd. You can make tokens by sneezing. Like, it's not a hard thing to do. So this one bat is also kind of turning things topsy-turvy. Like, and it's a common.
Do I need to add the
Like,
ring to my deck in order to?
I would say wholeheartedly you don't have to have the ring. I would say the mechanic is fine. If you want to shove in some cards that use it, that'd be cool too. But you're gonna need the token card just to remind yourself how in the fuck it works. Because there's times you'd be like, how in the fuck does this ring work again? Ah, goddamn it, let me look at this card and read it.
Because I'm building a deck
what
right
else?
now with it, and currently I have Sauron as my commander. Yeah.
Of course.
I have Disciple. Go ahead.
I can tell you right now, he's very good. Very, very, very good.
Yeah. Like, I don't even like Magic the Gathering very much. I think it's a mediocre game. But it's like fun to play with the boys.
Yeah. That's about right.
I don't know.
I mean, you say that, but then every other card game just apes off of fucking Magic the Gathering in different ways.
Fine.
How is
No,
it? Because you say
ain't.
this is terrible. You say Magic the Gathering's terrible, but then every other card game does the same thing.
Like card games. There, I said
that's
it.
why. You said
I prefer war games. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Fuck off.
Okay. You just like figurines that you
Yes.
can paint.
I like
Okay.
having
That's-
big, voluptuous titties I can paint.
You like having the cat girls fight along with giant mechs.
No. No.
Oh, that's a deep cut.
Although I do want to make a campaign where it's like, I want to make a mission in a campaign I want to make eventually, but I have to read a bunch of books. Where one of the missions is literally like, yeah, you're facing off against cat girls with fucking like riding dinosaurs. And then when the players go like, wait, hold on, it doesn't make sense. He goes, none of this shit makes sense. Fuck you.
Of course it doesn't.
Because then you can.
Because
then it's
just Magic.
Go ahead.
Just Magic the Gathering. That's what it is.
Well, what I would do is I would be like, yeah, so like the cat girls, like they do 5 points of damage. If they hit you, it's a cluster of 5 damage. It's a cluster of 1 point damage. And then it's basically treated as infantry rules. Where it's like,
oh, that's cool. I just realized there's this, you know, the what was it, the Shadow Riders, the Wraith Knights. There's 9 different artworks for the Wraith.
You mean
Knights.
like the 9 different humans that they corrupted?
That they corrupted. There's you can get 9 different artworks, because I was looking at my cards and I realized my foil one's different from my other one that's the same card. And I'm like, what's that? What's up with that? And I'm like, oh, there's 9 different variant artworks. I'm like, that's cool. That's cool that they actually did the little work to make that different.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to point that out.
Cool.
So yeah, the set has care attended for it.
It has the ring race.
Anyway, you can put 9 of them in a
You
deck.
can put 9 ring race into your deck.
Yeah, they're called the Nazgul, and then it says you can whenever the ring tempts you, you can put a 1 counter on your wraith. You can on each wraith you can control. That's actually quite broken. And then a deck can have up to 9 cards named Nazgul. So, guess you're shoving that in your commander deck.
I'm doing that right now.
Shoving that straight in.
Holy shit, there is 9. We need all 9 Nazguls.
Or I feel like that's the right way to do it.
Well, yeah. So, whenever a Nazgul enters the battlefield, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, you put a deck can have not 9 named Nazguls. Cool.
You could do it in commander because it said so.
That is tradition. That is literally tradition.
Yep. Oh, you know what? I've actually watched a video like a day before of Starfield. And just to talk, I don't know, talk deeply about it or lightly, I don't know. It looks like a game is not going to be glitched up the ass. But, I mean, it's still by Bethesda, so my breath is not being held whatsoever. I'm still breathing.
Yeah, you're probably going to be disappointed.
I mean, a game. Oh, here's the thing: like they had that giant direct for that Starfield, and it looks like a very impressive game. It does so many different things, but at the same time, it's like, how glitchy is it going to be? Like it looks cool. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's like there's also a bunch of complaints of like, where's the aliens? Like where?
Yeah.
And another one is, you're Bethesda. I don't trust you. Like,
well, the problem is like if Bethesda does anything, they're going to be like, oh, guess what? And you're going to be like, what? And they're going to be like, our game's out. And you're going to be like, okay, cool. I'll buy it anyways. And then you get it, and you're like, damn, the game's broken.
But you know what? I'll buy it on sale. Although I've also heard I've heard from the Super Beast Cast that. From the Super Beast Cast, which they saw on Twitter or something like that, about how the people from Xbox and Microsoft told, like, they're like, yeah, we had to do another year of polish on this title, and they even said along the lines they even said like, oh, this game is. Bethesda was ready to put this out way earlier. And it's like, wait, hold on. If this game didn't get that extra year of polish, we would have got the same level of polish would be expected from Bethesda, which is none at all. So this extra year of actually massaging things out is probably going to be the best thing for it.
Yeah.
But it's just disappointing that Bethesda is just willing to shit things out because they don't give a fuck.
I mean, this is the first game they've released under Microsoft, right? So it's probably going to be a little bit different. My issue is like Bethesda has a very bad problem where their games are just constantly very tedious.
Okay.
So like you play the game and you're like, I'm going to go on an adventure and you'll have fun. And then eventually you end up at a point where you're like, I am no longer having fun. Mod time. And it's like when your game requires mods to be good, there's a problem.
In order to fix your game. I mean, at least there's a community that's all about, you know, at least you have a community who's willing to like jump in and like, oh, your game is broken as fuck. That means I could just jump in and just tweak it the way I want. Like, at least you have that backing there. But even then, that's still lame. Your game should be better than what it is, but you just decided not to because you probably sell anyways.
Yeah.
Because they know.
Oh yeah, they know.
Just you could just stop buying the same version of the game over and over, but
It's like Call of Duty games. But this is actually the first one I've been interested in a while. I will say that much. The first Star game I've been interested in a while. This is going to be like a year where we're going to be talking about this stupid game for like a year, aren't we? Josh?
Oh, maybe.
This is going to be the game where you're like, Jeff. We go, yeah, Josh? Are you just playing Star Citizen? Yes. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I've been playing Starfield.
Playing a lot of Starfield. Jeff, you've been playing this game for a year. Yes, and
yep. Can't
it's
stop.
okay. The game industry shit, and the new and all of anime shit. So ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. But yep. Well, we'll wait and see when it comes out. Although I do love all the PR shots they do about the game and like how developers are in this picturesque white room with like minimalist furniture and everything just looks perfect. I'm like, where's the office space I want? There's a wet spot in the ceiling. There's the fucking furniture you have is just shitty office chairs, and the thing you're using to view the game on looks like garbage. Like, I want that. I want realistic. You guys are looking at this with the polish of a fucking video.
Somebody actually polishes the house.
Like, I want actual video of like you're at your shitty developer couch and the couch has holes on it for no reason, and like fucking in your office is just full of papers because you never bothered to fucking get rid of them. And I want to see where the game is actually developed, not this fucking future, like good looking office space.
Yeah. I mean, synergies are pretty. I mean, yeah. Like the fact that like there's not even like a fucking coffee stand anywhere.
Exactly.
Like I just want. Here's what I want. I want an office space where you walk in there and it's like the nicest. It's like the most bro-ish place ever. You know, posters hanging up. You know, very nice posters. You know, you walk in there, you look around, you see cool video game art, cool mech art, cool stuff. You know, people, cool art, and you're like, yeah, that's very nice. And then you just have like a table. You have like a big cubicle section desk, so everyone's kind of sitting in the same area. Beanbags off to the side, a TV in one corner, playing random YouTube videos.
Yep.
So you can
And that's The Office.
saying the word, and then somebody, you know, it has like a picture right now, and then we have like a picture randomly going in the corner of just like, I don't know, what's a funny person? Who's a funny person? We just have like a standee or a statue of something just sitting in the corner, just covered in like shit. That's what I want. I want any person who walks into that room go, if they go, oh, I get it, I understand. Magic the Gathering card sitting on a table just randomly, in deck box.
I just go, oh shit, I forgot to pick that up.
And like deck boxes sitting in like not small deck boxes either. Just like, you know, those IKEA shelves, just filled to the brim with deck boxes. Just there. And then when people go, what do you do all day? What do you mean? Do you guys just play Magic the Gathering all day?
No,
Yeah,
no,
yes.
no. Do you get any work done?
Sometimes.
Supposedly. When we feel like it.
Mm-hmm. You go
well,
out to the
is there
we have a
anything else?
garage there. There's like a Mustang sitting in there. It's an old Mustang. It's an older Mustang, a little rusted, but it's there. The engine's ripped out. I actually played System Shock.
Oh.
I put an
yes.
hour into System Shock. I kind of
Cool.
want to stream System Shock.
I mean, you could go right ahead.
It's a really good game.
Nice.
I am still early on in it. It's not as cool as it is, but it's a retro style first person shooter. It has that pixelated look, and I so far really enjoy it. It's everything I want in a video game nowadays, but better. And I don't know. It's been rather fun. It's a fun video game.
Good. Always hope that fun video games prevail. Now, the thing I want to know is there's some. I'm sure they did some mechanics and changed it and whatever. So, like, I want to know is the hacking. Did you do hacking?
There's pipe puzzles.
Did you do the fly through the mainframe of a computer?
Yes.
How's the controls
It's
on that?
mediocre. Actually, it's like, you know, Mother, or like, what is that old id game? Like Hades or something like that. It's like that. And it's like, it's kind of weird, but it's also fine. Like, I'm not gonna be like, it's the greatest thing ever. It's like, okay, I understand what's going on here. It's definitely, you know what? It's really interesting because right now there was a theory like a few years ago that Shodan was actually trans. Shodan's gender.
I always thought Shodan was like, sure, you can assume female or something, but it's just like, it's a computer. Probably doesn't identify with anything.
Voiced by Terry. Yeah, so like the disc version refers to herself as an eerie-looking green female gray, wearing a malevolent expression and speaking in canonic dissonant parts. She is formerly, but in the manual, it's referred to as a her or a him.
Yeah.
So the question is like, is this something like Metroid, where they were like, "Fuck, if we refer to the character as a he or her, are we gonna get fucked?" And it's like, yes, probably, most likely. I don't know. I like it. It's fun. It's a fun game. I like it. It's game of the year material.
Nice. Game of the year.
And it's I needed another good BioShock game, and I don't really want to play 2, so because I like games like BioShock. The other thing I will say is I have been playing a little bit of I finished Halo's Season 3, and I also bought Generation Zero, and I need to play that game too. And I haven't played it, but I own it. It's a good game. It's fucking a big. So, yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah, what's the title? The Jet Set Radio Future, like was it Bomb Rush Cyberpunk?
Sure.
That's coming out. So I think that's coming out next year,
Cool.
which I still can't wait for. Yeah, yep, next year.
Cool.
Or is it this year? No, okay, August this year.
I think. Yeah, that makes sense. I will say this though, I did watch something today that I kind of want to talk about.
Yeah.
So we're approaching the end of Witch from Mercury, and I've been watching the show off and on. Like, I haven't gone back and caught up on the episodes because I really don't give a shit. I don't like the show. I can't say this enough. There's too much schoolyard bullshit, not enough Gundam bullshit.
You want more?
I don't
robots,
want
damn it.
lesbians. I don't want to listen to lesbians talk about their day and then have a conflict and then have it solved by a Gundam battle. I want war crimes per minute, not war crimes per seasons. I want some fat fucking periphery scumbag. I want a Battletech anime. That's really what I want. That's what the show has made me realize is what I want. It's like, man, don't you want to watch a girl's relationships, two girls' relationship blossom and bloom? And it's like, no, I don't. I want to watch people die and then have pondering questions about what happened. That's what I want. I want shitty stories and lots of war crimes and then redemption arcs. That's what I want. And so I'm watching the show and I'm like, okay, cool. And eventually I just bounce off because I'm like, whatever. And so now they're finally getting to the point where their actual plot is wrapping up and they're actually doing the Gundam shit.
Oh.
And they've unveiled the new Gundam that they're going to give. And the thing fucking has a broomstick.
Okay. Interesting.
And I don't want to be that guy, but I kind of want to be that guy. And it really feels like what they sat there and did to the entirety of the Gundam or the entirety of the show is they were like, okay, we got to make a new Gundam. And they were like, okay, cool. It needs to have a broom because that's what these people expect or like. And it's like, hold on. What? Why? Like, the thing is a giant fucking stick with thrusters on it. And it's like, what?
That I swear I think I saw that design in the like a Tuhu game or whatever. But I don't know, maybe I didn't, but I feel like I saw this mech design of a witch with a broomstick in a mech, like, or something.
Like here's the thing, it's like I don't know what I wanted, but I didn't want that. I didn't really want that. Like, I liked the design of Ariel. I thought it was cool. I liked the design of Ariel. I thought Ariel Rebuild was kind of like meandering and stupid. And now we're getting this design, and it's just.
Hold on.
I'm
What?
making some dinner, some chili fries. When?
I don't know. We should wrap it up soon, I guess.
We're gonna wrap it up soon. So, I don't know. The next episodes will probably be better. They're probably gonna kill the lesbians.
Oh, are they now?
This is an A universe. I highly doubt that they're gonna let somebody live. I highly doubt they're gonna let somebody be happy. I bet they're just gonna murder the fuck out of them.
Well, maybe they'll take it in a new direction and put in hardcore murder.
I mean, the way that they could do it and tie it into the happy lesbian story is do it where you don't kill everyone immediately. And this isn't even the first couple. This isn't even the first lesbian couple in Gundam, so that's even funnier.
Right.
So, I don't know. I hope to God that, though, that the next series is probably going to be better, and it's probably going to be something different.
Okay.
But, I don't know. If you're into slice of life animes, you'll probably like this. It's
Slice of life with
slice
Gundam.
of life with battle duels.
Ah.
So, there's that.
There's that.
Anyways. That's a Black Mind Games podcast, episode 393. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Alan, for listening, and have a good night.
Wait. Do it again.
Thank you for listening to the Black Mind Games podcast. Thank you, Josh, for talking. Have a good night, and bye.
Bye.
There you go. Riders Republic. This seems like a game that Josh would like.
Oh, I saw that on the front page and I was like, feels like that would be a thing I like. Me always liking extreme sports shit, even though I never touched extreme sports shit in real life.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought, oh, it's so cool, and I just immediately just start thinking about the practice you would need and how you need to be thin to do it, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't none of those.
Oh, there's a new Amnesia game, including the Beast.
It's actually, like, for what I've seen, it looks decent.
Yeah, but it's Amnesia, and I don't like horror games, so...
Yeah. Although it's funny because the setting for that is that you're in the middle of World War II. Is it one? Okay, yeah, you're in the middle of World War One.
I don't know.
And then you get shuffled into this fucking hellhole of a bunker.
I don't know, dude. They keep saying that and they keep on being like, hey, man, guess what? And you're like, what? And they're like, dig. And it's like, man, Amnesia: The Dark Descent was a pretty cool game.
Like, it
Yep.
had a pretty cool idea of, like,
We're gonna give you guys amnesic torture devices in order to fight. We're gonna erase your memories in order for you to go in order to generate like some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And then like it just came off of like a really cultish kind of story.
Yeah.
Whereas like
I mean, the whole background of that game's Cthulhu-esque.
and then you get this game and you're like, fuck.
That's still Cthulhu. There's still like this weird hidden order that used to exist and is just not
Yeah.
around for whatever reason.
Phantom Liberty. Do you want Phantom Liberty? I do want Phantom Liberty. I want reasons to play that game.
I found a video game with a title called My Lovely Wife.
I found a video game called Battle Royale 2.0 Welcome to the Chaos by Farlight Games. And it's basically Fortnite. It's free to play.
Okay.
Hold on, let me send you this. This is there you go. Like it looks like they took Farlight. Like, holy shit, dude. This is basically just Fortnite.
Oh, it's Fortnite Overwatch. This is what I'm getting the vibe of.
Apparently it's been pretty well reviewed, but I don't know. I wouldn't say that this is a good game. One
Is there building mechanics in it?
Probably not.
Because that's the one thing that Fortnite can keep that. Every other, more people joined back into Fortnite because they took out the building mode.
Once upon a porn time. Once upon a time. That's new.
Battle Royale 2.0. Is that? Oh, it's a game called. Oh, so it's Firelight 84. Because I thought for a second it was literally called Battle Royale 2.0.
I think I found the. Again, we got more porn games coming in up on my queue. That's good to know.
Hooray!
It's far away, PvP, customized level, unit strategy, units. Is this a real-time strategy game? It is. Ooh. Maybe be interested in that. And I'm done my queue.
I only do the queues if I get fucking shit from like summer sale and whatever.
Fuck you.
That's the only time I ever do it.
Okay, Jim Sterling.
What, he does the same thing? I feel 90% of people do the same thing.
No, Jim Sterling has like nothing but shit in his queue, so.
Oh.
He's like, why does why does Steam keep recommending me really bad shit? And it's like, Jim.
You play nothing but garbage.
Jim. That's not a problem. You're buying shit. We all know you're buying shit.
Yeah.
Stop acting like you're not.
Or hell, I just like try to actively hit the buttons to say ignore this or not. Don't touch this. I feel a lot of it is just recommended by simply like buying frequency.
Yeah, pretty much. Are you recording?
I am always recording.
Fuck.
You are now live.
Oh shit.
No, actually, I've been recording for like the past 6 minutes.
Sync in 3, 2, 1.